Change doesn't announce itself. It doesn't arrive with trumpets or bold declarations. It doesn't tap the mic and ask for attention. Most real change slips in quietly, the way the mind does when it drops into an alpha state, calm, receptive, focused. It moves beneath awareness. It begins while you're breathing, living, choosing. By the time you notice, it's been guiding your choices for a while. Nature knows this. Nothing of worth happens instantly. A forest begins with a seed small enough to ignore. Rivers don't force valleys into existence. They carve them patiently. Even mountains are shaped more by time than power. Transformation isn't dramatic. It's hypnotic, flowing, gentle, quiet. And this brings reset, balance, and life. But modern life trains us to miss this. We're conditioned to look for what's loud, breakthroughs, visible wins, instant results. We expect growth to hurt loudly, to feel obvious, to prove itself right now. When it doesn't, we assume nothing is happening. Yet the nervous system knows better. Real change often happens while the conscious mind is distracted, while the breath slows, while control softens, and something deeper takes over. This is why slowing down matters. Taking time for yourself isn't indulgence, it's access. When you pause, your system shifts, your breathing deepens, your brain moves out of urgent mode and into a calmer state where insight and reset happen. Thoughts rise and fall, and this is rhythm and flow. You don't force it, you simply allow it. Nature never rushes, but it's never passive. A tree doesn't strain to grow. It responds to conditions, light, water, time. And in the same way, personal change is not about pushing harder. It's about choosing better. Rest isn't quitting, it's calibration. Reflection isn't weakness, it's awareness. Every pause is a choice to take back control from noise. Attention requires stillness. You can't hear subtle shifts if everything is loud. You can't notice internal change if you never stop long enough to feel your body breathe. Change doesn't shout over distraction, it whispers. And whispers require listening. In nature, cycles repeat, but never quite the same way. Each season carries memory, but also new information. We revisit the same emotions, fear, hope, uncertainty, but each time with a slightly different nervous system, a slightly different lens. Growth isn't linear, it spirals. Each return comes with more choice, more agency, more quiet strength. There is courage in letting change take its time. It's not performing transformation. It's trusting progress that nobody else can see. Speed looks impressive, but it's often fragile. Slowness builds roots that creates change that lasts. Loud change burns fast. Quiet change integrates. It becomes part of how you respond, how you decide, how you move through the world. Like soil enriched over time, it supports growth without asking for recognition. Nature wastes nothing. You don't need to understand the process straight away. You just need to stay present enough to let it work. Because change isn't separate from nature. It is nature. And when you slow your breath, soften your focus and choose to listen instead of rush, you remember a quiet truth. The deepest transformations don't demand attention. They happen when you're calm enough to let them. See you next time.